Hey guys, it's Bryn again. Obviously, this is vlog number tres, or trois, or three. Those are the only language I know the number three in. Anyways, so it actually was supposed to be vlog number four, but the original vlog number three, I looked like a bum. And you know what? I thought maybe I'd alternate between looking like I'm going somewhere nice and looking like I just crawled out of my basement after 3 days of sleeping. And you know what? That's how it's gonna be. Not, no. Anyway. Today's two topics will be 1, London. 2, eating, what should it be? Eating at home when your parents or whomever you live with do not correspond with your diet. Let's just say dealing with other people's diets while your diet is good and their diet is bad. Yes, that's it. So first of all, London, because I'm going to get the simplest one out of the way, even though it's not simple at all, because I am so freaking excited. You guys have no idea. Actually, one person on Tumblr has an idea. Hi, Kelsey. And I'm going to vlog about her one day, actually, because she's been a really good help. Anyways. London, 11 days. I had the hours worked out yesterday, but I mean, the hours just go by so fast, I can't even right now. I'm guessing it's somewhere around like 236. I'm not sure though. And you know what? Kelsey asked me today, where do I think I'm most excited to go? And honestly, I couldn't think. Shut up, phone. I'm not answering it. It's my mom. So you're going to hear it from the other one. Anyways, she asked me today where I was most excited to go, and I was like, I couldn't even think of something. And then I'm like, I am such a horrible person for going to London and not knowing where I want to go. But in all honesty, that wasn't it at all. What I was most worried about was that, not worried, what I was most excited about is being in London itself. Like, I cannot wrap my head around it. I cannot even wrap my head around the idea that I'm going to be in Europe, in England, in London, in a mere 11 days. 11 days, guys. Do you remember when it was like 90 days? I think that's when I started this vlog, when it was 90 days. How the time flies. No, and I really can't, just the mere thought of it. And then we eventually decided that we were most excited about going to the Tower of London, but I mean, maybe if I get an iPad, I will vlog on the plane and then maybe upload it to Tumblr when I get back, or if there's internet when we're in London, because you guys just need to see mine and Kelsey's reaction, because you know I'm gonna be off the wall. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, now that's off the list. Scratch it off. Second, dealing with another person's diet while you're on a diet, and yeah. I'm not saying it properly, but what I mean is I once got a question when I said I was going to make a question and answers video, but I never ended up doing that. I don't know why. Asking me how I dealt with the people that I live with, as in my parents, the people that I live with, they're my roommates. No. How I deal with my parents' bad eating habits when I'm trying to have good eating habits. And you know what? It all depends on your level of commitment. At first, I was struggling with the idea, I mean, way back in September when I first started, I was struggling with the idea of having my parents eating something else while I was eating something good. And you know what? It, like, you know, it was hard because you're kind of like a crack addict when you're a food addict. That's just my analogy for it. You look at the food because you've been weaned off of it, you haven't eaten it, and you're like dying to have it, and of course you guys all know this. ugh, you just look at the donut and you're like, God damn it, why can't I have that right now? And it takes literally every single fiber of your willpower not to go and eat that goddamn donut. And I'm not a big donut fan, I'm just using an example. But then slowly over time, no, it gets a little easier. You end up going up out into a crowd and people are eating chips and all that shit, and you're like, I could just reach over and get that right now. I could just put out my hand, slowly grab a chip, bring it back into my mouth, chew, and then swallow. I don't even have to savor the taste, You just think that. But then you think, or I could sit here, drink my bloody water. If I pack the snack, I can eat that instead. I do not need to do that. And I went off topic because I was talking about home, but I was talking about willpower too. So I think it's a little harder when it's in your house because you could just get up in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day when you're the only one home and walk into the kitchen and grab whatever piece of shit you want to eat. And I'm sorry, I do swear like a trucker if you guys hadn't caught on already. But you know what? Is it worth it? No. You're just going to feel guilty about it afterwards, which may lead to a binge, which is going to lead you to feel even more guilty, which is going to lead you to feel like you can't even do this whole thing and you might quit. And you know what? We're all human. We all make mistakes. But I mean, would you rather taste that one little thing and risk your whole I don't want to say diet lifestyle change because it might trigger you that leads to events that are bad and I can't even speak, or would you just leave it, eat something else and continue on your way guilt-free? And maybe you're even going to be proud of yourself because you know what, you finally had that power to say no. My personal experience is that my parents do support me. In the beginning, middle-ish, they decided to go along with what I was doing, and it went on for a long time, and I'm so happy because, there was a couple times there where I had sort of some personal stuff going on where I before would have turned to food as my coping mechanism, and I was glad that I didn't have that opportunity. I was robbed of that opportunity, but I mean, there was always a moment where I could have said to my mom, because she is sort of the same, she's sort of the same way that I was. She's a binge eater. That's where I got my binge eating. I'm not blaming it on her, but I mean, little kids pick up habits from their parents. And then continue it on into their adult lives, right? And there was a moment where I could have always been like, Mom, I want some food, let's go get it. And I was proud of myself that one, I didn't, and two, that I didn't want to do it. I learned new coping mechanisms, I learned new strategies to get over my emotional eating, and I was proud of myself. And now we're back at the point where my parents eat like crap again. And honestly, it doesn't affect me in the least. I walk out of the room when they're doing it because, I don't know, I lecture them. I spend a lot of time lecturing them about it because at the end of the day, it's not up to me to tell them what to do. It's their own right as a person to choose what the hell they want to put in their bodies. You don't tell a crack addict, oh, crack is bad for you. They know it's bad for you, them. And it's the same way when you're eating junk food. You know junk food is bad for you. If you want to put it in your body, you're going to put it in your body. Who am I to tell you not to? The only reason why I used to lecture them was because I wish someone had told me to stop. But you know what? I would have been extremely angry at them, so I'm glad my parents have the grace and courtesy not to scream at me when they're eating that stuff. Yeah, and at this point in my journey, I'm not even bothered by it, but luckily when I'm out of the house if maybe I'm a little tipsy. I don't know if I should be saying that because I'm underage, but still. Kelsey usually is the one that says, no, you can't eat that. Even if I don't go for it, she still says she can't eat that. Get it away from her, which I'm so thankful for. And I love you, Kelsey, and you're such a great friend. And you're so supportive and so awesome, and stay awesome. And you're beautiful, and so envious of you because you're so beautiful and you're so lovely and nice, and honestly, nicest person I've ever met in my whole life. And yeah, also, you guys, thank you again, because you are totally lovely, and I've run this over 10 minutes again because I'm psycho and can't shut up, even though around normal people I tend to be really quiet, unless, as earlier stated, tipsy. Yeah, then I don't shut up either. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't bore you to tears. Love you. Bye. Mwah.